Welcome back to the games, gamers. Yes, I'm really excited to bring this review. I love to do reviews, and I don't get to do them that often, but we're going to be doing Star Wars Battlefront. The beta is out. We're going to find if this game's really smelling like roses or stinking like doo-doo, you know? And that's what I do. I'm always giving my fair, honest review, criticisms of every game that I play. I don't sugarcoat anything, and that's one of the things that I don't see a lot of YouTubers do. A lot of YouTubers out there will kiss ass, or they'll take 2 minutes defending their opinion and don't realize that people actually are coming to them because they want their opinion. So I'm not going to take the time to like defend anything. I'm just going to say exactly how I feel, like I always do. And when this reveal came out, Star Wars is like one of those amazing franchises that since the late 70s to early 80s has been like the monument that all other science fiction genre type films and games try to live up to. I mean, it's statuesque. It's like the Statue of Liberty standing there amongst all science fiction besides Star Trek. Obviously, we're not going to get into the Star Wars Star Trek debate, but this game, when it first came out, I was really excited because I thought to myself, I love Battlefield 4. And Battlefield 4 is really immersive. Can this game give me the same feelings but with the Star Wars flair to it? And that's what we're going to find out in this review. I'm really excited to be giving you my analysis of this game. And overall experience is coming right up. So sit back, relax, enjoy, gamers. We're going to do it the game style. Let's get right into this and figure it out. And here we go on the initial load screen. You have your missions and you have your multiplayer. They did a great job on the artwork. It's a nice clean look. But, you know, let's be frank here. A lot of people aren't going to go for the missions. They're going to go for the multiplayer, all right? 90% of people play for the fact that it's, you know, playing against other people. You know, playing against NPCs and AI was great in the 80s when, you know, you couldn't have multiplayer. But come on, we're in the 21st century. Here's your other maps. You only have 2 available, Drop Zone and Walker Assault. Personally, I thought Drop Zone was my favorite. We'll start off with Walker Assault because it's got more eye candy to it. It gives you the loading screen. I don't like the fact that you can't have private servers. I don't know if that's going to change. I like the fact that you can play with your own communities and have custom games. We'll see if that develops. I don't know. Electronic Arts is getting kind of corporate where they're just shoving people into public servers. Here's your extra items and cards you can buy. As you progress, you get more credits that you can use to buy items that you unlock versus your along with your level. The rifle's overpowered personally. Headshots all day long. One shot headshot all day long. You're dead. And the reload rate is rather quick for killing on a one shot. Here's you know, weapon diversity. I want there to be a little bit more weapons. I'm sure they'll branch it out a little bit more as, you know, it goes into alpha. It's just beta, so I'm gonna be cool about it. I'm hoping there's more types of weapons out there, but the immersiveness of this game is there. It is there. I mean, look at this, right? This is the map, the Walker Assault Hoth map. It looks rather large, you know, but it's actually quite small compared to Battlefield 4 when you're talking about some of the other maps like Siege of Shanghai. And one of the aspects of the game is it's missing the kind of layering that I liked. You know, like when you talk about Siege of Shanghai on Battlefield 4, you're talking about obviously C Point where you're sniping down on people. You don't get that so much with this particular game. You also don't get to lay down, which I thought was rather strange. You can only crouch. It's kind of stick figure right now. The guys move a little bit and I have it in third person because, like, really, you get more field of view in third person than you do first. And first person's rather, like, you know, when you're in first person, I'll show you more footage. It's rather blocky, kind of, sometimes. And I got a rather decent graphics card, but these are the checkpoints or you know, the stations that you have when you're fighting as a rebel. You got to defend these uplinks, and if you defend it while the timer goes all the way around, you get Y wings that come down and then shoot at the walkers and then make them vulnerable for everybody to shoot at. So the objective of the rebels is to actually take out the AT-ATs, and the objective of the Empire is to go around and kill the shield generator. Now, again, the lasers are there, the sounds are there, and that's what's missing on a lot of Star Wars games. Is every Star Wars game felt like the lasers were always like I was at a club and they had no effect on me. You know what I'm saying? They didn't feel like they impacted anything. They didn't feel like they killed. They didn't feel like they burned a hole through your chest. They didn't feel punishable. They didn't feel death-like. And these lasers, you can see while I'm on this battery, are just amazing. It's quite the experience because you've got TIE fighters and X-Wings flying around you. And I mean, like, it really did suck me into this whole thing. I'm actually firing on this, and it's in an invulnerable mode. The Y-Wings have not hit it yet to make it invulnerable. There you go, boom, explosion. And you can see now, watch this guy just turn to me, and it's like bam, bam, bam. You know, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I miss on almost every Star Wars title game that is out there currently. I like the audio. I like the explosions. You can see first person. You know, it's missing the kind of fluid feeling that I was talking about earlier. I'm taking a couple pot shots at a TIE fighter. But, you know, I really think that more people are going to play with third person rather than first, because in first person I felt like more constricted as far as my field of view. In third person I felt like I could kind of see around me. I think in order for better scores, you're going to find a lot of people playing in third person. Now, there's a sniper rifle I was talking about that's quite vicious. You can use it in your card slots. You see the 3 card slots there. It's kind of fun. I like to shoot at flying targets every once in a while, and it's just a really immersive game. Here's some footage right here. I'm an Empire shock trooper, and I'm running into a rebel base, and there's no greater feeling than this. I mean, look at this. You feel the damage, you see the damage, you hear the damage. They did a fantastic job on actually being able to feel damage from lasers. That hurts. You feel the pain. And every other Star Wars game has not been able to do that for me except for this game. So kudos to them for actually giving some power and dimension to that on that aspect. I mean, look at this. Look at the three-dimensional amazingness of the AT-AT right here as I'm just running underneath of it. I mean, yes, that's great. So I'm giving them an A+ on the ability to give me that immersive experience so early in a beta. I will give them that. I still think they need to help themselves on the first-person experience when you're in the first-person mode. It still has some glitches. I mean, there's some glitches and bugs to this game where you'll see when they die, they'll be floating in the air. We'll talk about the heroes here, both Luke and Darth. Let's check them out. And let's look at Luke first here. Very fluid from a distance, kind of jerky when you're close to them. That's a really cool move where they deflect and the lasers go back. There's special moves that you can do. You can see that it's a little bit, I don't know. I feel like this guy is on the battlefield though, so that's good. But they're making the animations a little bit smoother. I'm really trying my best here, and I think we end up getting them. Yeah, but the explosions and the lasers are definitely there. Let's check out Vader, and here's me taking out Vader, and I'm not too hot on the heroes. Just kind of like taking it. They just kind of crouch down and then they're out for a while. Kind of be cool if they jumped out or did something different. Perhaps some different type of graphic, but here's the map, a really good detailed view of Hoth. This is the last stretch of it as the AT-ATs walk towards the shield generator, and the point is to destroy the AT-ATs. You can see the AT-ATs health, if you're a rebel, to destroy them, but you can see their health there. They do get in vulnerable states where you can attack them as a rebel. As the Empire, like I am here with the shock trooper, obviously you want them to stay alive and destroy the shield generator. You can go rewind and look at the map again, but this gives you a good three-dimensional view. That music means that Luke Skywalker is on the field, and here I am trying to snipe horribly, but this is really cool. The add-ons on the 4 spot for your cards is pretty cool. There's quite a bit of them. This is my favorite, the blaster cannon. And I'm going to finish up this particular map with this bit of footage where I'm just taking pot shots at random people because it really gives you a feel of the game. So I'm going to shut up for about a minute and a half so you can watch this.
Rebels have called in a Y-wing attack. Must deactivate that uplink station to stop their bombers.
Rebel Y-wings are targeting the walkers.
Whoops. And there's the vulnerable state. And that's when they can start actually putting some damage on the AT-ATs. But amazing. I mean, this is what makes the game great right here. Again, still some work that needs to be done. You know, obvious work, some glitches and bugs that need fixed. But they've got the feel right. They've got the feel of the game. I think they've got it pretty good. And then we've got the victory on this. And this is the cut, the final cut as we blow up the shield destroyer and my shitty score. Now let's go to the other map, Drop Zone. And I really like Drop Zone. A more closer map pushed together a bit, much more action. The objective very simple: pods drop from the sky. You got to activate them, then defend them. The other team can then reverse it and deactivate and reactivate and then defend. A very confrontational map, very three-dimensional type of map. Not so much as layered, but the fact that the terrain is fantastic for a lot of cover points and sniping points and a lot of control and choke points. Very intense as far as sound and graphics wise. You do get sucked in. Again, they did a good job on this. I still think a little too stick figure-y movement sometimes. They need to smooth some of that out. The point system's fairly accurate as far as BF4. Again, the damage feels like you're getting damaged. You know, you've got the kind of the blood ringing around the ears. The sound gets zoned out when you get down under like 15% health. Still would like the movement a bit smoother as if I were playing BF4. Again, this is beta, so I'm sure they'll work on that. Overall, my experience playing this game was rather good for a beta. You know, if I were to grade this from a 1 to 10, I'm giving it a strong 6.5 to 7 right now. It is fun. It is addictive. I think that where they're going with it is the right way. One of the things I would say is that Electronic Arts needs to work on, especially in this to get it more Battlefield 4-esque, is to just focus on character movement. And then I think you got it. So get the beta, guys. It's free. Enjoy and friend me up. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the review.